All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying your day. So, we're here. Week 6. We've got the LA Chargers coming down to M&T Bank Stadium to take on the Baltimore Ravens. This is going to be an epic game. Can't wait to see what happens. Now, before we start, I do have to apologize. I was not able to be here to live stream the Thursday night football game between the Bucs and the Eagles. There was a family situation that happened. I'm not going to get into it. It's a soul situation. Just don't want to talk about it. It was personal. So, yeah, I just want to apologize for not being here, but family comes first. That situation is a million times more important than anything I could have done here. I had to be there. But, sorry, Sunday, 1 o'clock, we've got the Chargers, we've got the Ravens, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, 2 candidates in the MVP race. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be epic. It's going to come down to the wire. I'm going to be honest here, man. This is one of those games where it really can go either way. Like, I know how I'm going to pick this and how I see it going, but honestly, either one of these teams can win, man. Both these teams have been going at it this year and just been battle-tested. The Ravens have been more battle-tested, but man, the Chargers have been right there too. They've been in some crazy games, so this is going to be an interesting test. At the end of it, we're going to get a clear look at both these teams and both these quarterbacks and where they kind of stand on the season. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy, but hopefully the Ravens can get to 5-1. So speaking of that, let's see what the Ravens need to do in order to be 5-1 at the end of Sunday's game. All right, let's start off here with the defense. What does the defense need to do to get this job done? Well, it's simple. In concept, in execution, it's 1,000 times more difficult, especially with the way this defense has been playing. Well, the simple thing that they have to do is really 2 things. Number 1, they must stop the run. Eckler has been killing it this season. He's been killing it this season, man. He's been running the ball. He's been a useful threat in the pass game for Herbert. So this guy, we got to find a way to slow him down. If they get that running game going, we're in trouble. We must stop the run this week. We did an incredibly poor job in stopping the run on Monday Night Football because Jonathan Taylor was killing us. He killed us on the screen that went for 76 yards on a touchdown, and in the run game, he was doing his thing as well. We need to stop the run game. If we let Eckler go off, it will be a bad game for us. That is the number 1 thing the Ravens defense needs to do. Stop Eckler. Slow down the run game. Do not give up anything big because if Eckler goes off, we're in trouble. The next thing we need to do is we need to slow down this pass game. How can we slow down the pass game? We cannot give up the big plays to Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Now, Mike Williams is questionable for this game. I personally believe he's going to play, but we'll see how that goes. I doubt he's going to miss this game. But if he does, that's going to be a loss for them. But Keenan Allen is still a threat. I believe Mike Williams will play. So in terms of these 2 guys, if they're both on the field, they are a dangerous duo. And Herbert can hit both these guys downfield anywhere. Herbert can make any throw in the league, man. So these 2 guys are major weapons. We cannot give up the big plays over the top to these guys because if they can get behind our secondary, we are toast. You cannot let Mike Williams go off. You cannot let Keenan Allen go off. We have to slow down the big plays. That is the biggest key when it comes to slowing down and stopping Justin Herbert and that offense. Because if you let the big plays happen, they are going to crush us. You cannot give up the big plays to Mike Williams or Keenan Allen. You saw what happened against Cleveland. Twice, Mike Williams got behind the secondary for long touchdowns. We can't let that happen to us. We can't give up those big play TDs, man, because those are quick scores. And if you give up quick scores, it's going to be trouble for us because now the offense got to go up there and respond. And if they can't respond, the defense is already tired. They got to come back on the field. So we cannot give up the big plays over the top. This means our secondary has to be on point. I need to see Marlon Humphrey step up and play like the all-pro corner he's supposed to be. Anthony Averett, you had a rough game last week. Bounce back. You've been playing well this season. Bounce back in this performance and be a better corner. I hope Deshaun Elliott's going to play in this game. I just hope he's going to play in this game. I do believe he's going to play in this game, but we'll see. We just need Chuck Clark and just Deshaun Elliott. We need our guys, our safeties, to be on target in terms of stopping everything in the secondary. And then Tavon Young. You've been playing relatively solid. You've been good this season. You've been good this season. So I need you to continue to play that way. But matter of fact, take your game to another level. I need you to play even better than what you've been doing so far. This entire secondary needs to be on point. If we give up the big plays to Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, we are screwed. So those are the two main things. Obviously, you want to put the pressure on Justin Herbert. Obviously, we want to force him to, make turnovers and throw picks. Obviously, we want to force the pressure on him and get him down to the ground with a couple sacks, which I'm hoping that our main guy, Odafe Owe, will be able to do because he's been great so far. But he's going to have his challenge there because he's already has his own matchup with another rookie. I cannot remember his name for the Chargers, but that's going to be his matchup. Both of them are rookies, and both of them have been killing it. So yeah, he's going to be matched up with the rookie right tackle, or it's one of the rookie tackles for the Chargers. He's been doing a great job. I cannot remember his name right now. It's slipping. I had it in my mind earlier. I cannot remember it, but Chargers fans know who I'm talking about. He's been great in terms of projection and blocking for Herbert, so that's going to be the main matchup. If Odafe can get the best of him, he can get to Herbert. But of course, Herbert himself, we got to find a way to slow him down. If you slow down his weapons, it's going to force him to take the underneath, which we, again, have to focus on tackling. But most importantly, if we can stop the underneath as well, he's going to try and take those shots because Herbert wants to throw the ball down the field. He wants to take those shots to Keenan Allen. He wants to take those shots to Mike Williams. And if you can force him and put that pressure and take away the big plays, he's going to start trying to force it down the field. And the minute he does that, bam, we can pick him off. So we got to stop the big plays, put a little pressure on him, and force him to try to feed it to these guys down the field, and then we can take advantage by forcing some turnovers. So hopefully we'll be able to do that with our defense. Offensively, this is a different thing. The Ravens offense, man, this is crazy. First of all, we have to say this. He's finally back. He's finally back. Like I said, he was going to make his debut in week 6, and here we are in week 6, and the man will finally make his debut. The man, the rookie, the sole savior, according to the Ravens flock, and our future #1 receiver, according to both the Ravens flock and the media, Rashod Bateman. He will play in this game. I'm excited to see him play. I'm excited to see how he's going to play in this offense because it's a weird timing. In fact, it's actually a coincidence because Sammy Watkins, unfortunately, is not going to play in this game. We understand he suffered a hamstring injury last week, so his spot is going to be vacant. Guess who's taking that spot? Rashod Bateman. So we will get to see a lot of Bateman potentially. I don't know what Greg Roman and that offense and our offensive coaches are looking to do with Bateman or how much they're willing to throw at him early on, but they're going to utilize him. I suspect that Lamar is going to try to get him the ball early on in some quick throws, maybe a couple slants, just getting the ball in his hands and allowing him to move around and try to make plays, any quick plays. I don't think they're going to try to throw anything complicated at him. Maybe they might take a shot. If he gets open down the field, Lamar will take a shot with them. But again, it's just they're going to try to ease him in. They're not going to try to throw too much at him because it is his first game as a rookie in the NFL. But most importantly, he's coming off of a groin injury, so he's 100% because they're not going to throw him out there if he isn't 100%, but they're not trying to throw too much at him right now because, again, they want to ease him into the offense. But I am excited to see what he can do. And Ravens flock, just ease up on your expectations. I know Jamar Chase is killing it right now for Cincinnati, but that doesn't mean Bateman's going to come out here and do the same. It's going to take time. It's a process. I don't want people to be like, well, I need him to do exactly what Jamar Chase is doing. Otherwise, he'll be seen as a bust or be the next Rashod Bateman. We should not be doing that. Lower your expectations. Whatever we get from Bateman on Sunday is whatever we get. If he gives us a couple nice passes and shows off that he has the talent and once he gets adjusted, he'll be taken off, then hey, that's a positive. If he goes off and just balls out, then yeah, that really would be a positive. But again, understand it's a process. It's going to take time. So I'm excited to see what Bateman can do. But with the way Hollywood's killing it, with the way Mark Andrews is starting to heat up, I don't expect a lot of looks at him, especially because we're seeing Devin Duvernay and James Prochet. They're getting a lot more involved in this passing game. So I don't know how much I don't know how much Bateman is going to get involved with this. Sorry, guys, I'm not here. Again, a lot of stuff's happened this week. But Bateman, I don't expect a lot to be thrown at Bateman. Also, I don't exactly know how Boykin's going to play into this. I don't exactly know what his role is at this point. Maybe with Bateman being there, they might actually start giving some more snaps. to Boykin so he could start blocking. I just don't know where Boykin fits in this offense, man. I'm very confused with that. I do not know where Boykin fits in. So that's actually a concern. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Back to the point. Offense. What do we need to do in order to win this game? Well, understand this. I guess the main matchup for the Chargers and the Ravens in this would be, if we're looking at it, for the most part, it's just going to come down to Lamar Jackson for the most part going up against Derwin James. Yeah, it's going to be that. It's coming down to Derwin James versus Lamar Jackson. And I know that's not something you necessarily want to talk to, but that guy is going to be the main guy that's going to focus on Lamar if he tries to scramble and takes off. So that's the main matchup that the Chargers are looking at. For me, the main matchup really just has to deal with our receivers versus the Chargers secondary. But that main matchup is going to be there because here's the main thing we got to talk about. The Ravens offense has become a passing offense, not a running. We're no longer a running team, at least not for this season. We tried it with the running game. However, unfortunately, it's not there. We all know for a fact, if J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards were playing, the run game would be prominent in our offense, and we would just be a lot more balanced. But right now, it's a huge balance in the pass as opposed to the run. The run game is struggling. The passing game is booming and elevating. So we're now a passing team. And because of that, we've got to establish the pass instead of the run. You guys handed the keys to Lamar on Monday Night Football. Just let him go do his thing. We are a passing offense now, so let him go do his thing. Now, why do I say Lamar Jackson versus Derwin James is the key matchup here? Well, because we're throwing the ball down the field at a great rate. Lamar Jackson is just airing it out. What do the Chargers do best? They make sure not to give up those 20-plus yard plays. They are great at not giving up big plays. Their defense does not give up a lot of big plays. Their secondary has done a great job not to give up a lot of plays over the top. So our greatest strength right now in the passing game is their greatest strength in the defense. So that's why I feel there may be situations where Lamar is going to have to step up, and if nothing's downfield, he may have to take off. And that's where Derwin James, who's going to be following. James is going to be following Lamar the entire game. So that's going to be the key matchup. When nothing's open in the secondary and nobody's open for Lamar to take the check down, and he's going to have to take off, James is going to be right there. So can Lamar win that matchup? I believe he can, but that's going to be the main matchup, guys. When nothing's open downfield, because trust me, this Chargers defense, there are going to be times where they're going to shut things down. I do not believe they will be able to completely do that because Lamar is the X factor here. But there will be moments where that happens. And Derwin James is going to be right there trying to stop Lamar Jackson. So if Lamar Jackson can win that matchup, which I believe he can, it'll definitely force the defense to now put more attention on them. And here's the thing now with our passing game. This is what we've been waiting for such a long time. Because of the danger, the frightening threat Lamar is with his legs, defenses have to put such an emphasis on zoning in on Lamar. Because they do that, it makes the receiver's job easier. That's why Lamar can help these guys be better. This is what we've been trying to express for the last couple years. Lamar can help his receivers be better because he can make their job so much easier. Since they zone in on him, the receivers have a chance to get downfield and make plays because they're just going to be dealing with man coverage. And even if they throw zone at him, which they've been doing for the last 2 years, Mark Andrews is a zone killer. He finds the soft spots in the zone, and Lamar Jackson hits him every time. So when they zone in on Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown, who's just flying everywhere and getting open all season, he's going to get downfield and make plays. And Lamar and Hollywood got to connect on those. They're starting to do so that is definitely going to be a threat. Again, Bateman, we'll see. He might get open on this team, and they'll throw it towards him. Mark Andrews is definitely looking to get a big day, so he may get open. But yeah, because of the threat he is, if Lamar can win that matchup against Derwin James, they're going to put more of an emphasis on zoning in on Lamar, which will make the jobs for the receivers much easier, and Hollywood Brown will get downfield and make more plays, and we can aim for those deep shots. So the main matchup is if Lamar can get the best Derwin James, this defense is going to have to adjust, which means that secondary that's not trying to give it those big plays, they may start to give it those big plays just because they have to put more attention on stopping Lamar's legs. And at that point, he could just kill him with his arm. So now we're really becoming that well-balanced team that can attack you in multiple ways. We've become that. So again, as long as Lamar can win that matchup against Derwin James, we are good to go. So yeah, most thing for the Ravens offense, establish the pass game because we are now a passing offense. establish a pass game, attack downfield, get your receivers set already. Get them ready to go early on. How do you do that? Get the ball in their hands early. Quick throws, wide receiver screens, whatever you got to do. Get the ball in the hands of Hollywood Brown early. Get the ball in the hands of Devin Duvernay, James Prochet, Mark Andrews, even Rashod Bateman. Get the ball in their hands early on and let them take off and utilize their speed. Let them get the ball in their hands early. It will open up the offense. And at that point, you just start firing. We got to be aggressive in this game. Just keep on firing. So we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, we want to try to get something going in the run game. In that case, I look at Tyson Williams and I look at Latavius Murray. Hopefully, we can get these two to get something going for the most part. Not like the Chargers' run defense is the best. We should be able to run on this team. So I know it's not a situation where we look at it and normally say we should establish a pass, but because our offense is like this now, establish a pass. If we can do that, we should be able to run the ball as well. But if we establish a pass, we will get big plays downfield. That will open up the field, and at that point, we can start utilizing the run game with Murray and Williams. So yeah, open up the pass game, establish it early on, try to get something to go in the run game after you establish the pass game, and then most importantly, don't turn the ball over. Do not turn the ball over. And that comes down to Lamar, which is why I feel we need to get rid of the design runs, but that is another topic. But yeah, protect the football, Lamar. Protect the football, everyone else. Do not turn the ball over in this game. Simple as that. There was a lot to say about this offense, man. So much to say about this offense. But yeah, it's going to be a test. So how do I see this going? Well, despite what I said about what the defense needs to do, my confidence in them being able to do it isn't exactly the best because of what they've been able to produce so far this season. Now, I don't know if they're going to give up a lot of points. I don't think they're going to give up 40 points, but I can see them giving up 30 to 35 points in this game because Justin Herbert is just that good, and that Chargers offense is just that good. The Ravens defense gives up a lot of yards, and they will definitely give up a lot of yards to Justin Herbert. But if we can slow them down enough to give Lamar an opportunity and give him a chance to be able to do what he's doing, then it should be a close game. With that being said, I think the Ravens will be able to squeak out a win here. I can see a 38-35 victory here. I think both offenses are too good not to score 30 points. Unless both defenses finally show up and play well. Because the Chargers defense has not been playing well. The Ravens defense has not been playing well. Both these teams coming off of giving up, 500 yards? In fact, over 500 yards of total offense. Only difference is the Ravens gave up 25. The Chargers gave up 42 to the Browns. So just scoring-wise, I think both offenses are too good right now to not be able to score 30-plus points. So I think Chargers are going to put up 35. Ravens are going to put up 35. It's going to come down to a Justin Tucker field goal, and Tucker's clutch. He's going to give us the lead, and the game ultimately will win 38-35. I expect Lamar to throw a couple touchdown passes. Matter of fact, I'm going to say he's going to have another game where he throws 4 touchdown passes. I could see 2 going to Hollywood. You know what, matter of fact, let's get, 2 to Hollywood, 1 to Mark Andrews, and then 1 is going to either Rashod Bateman or James Prochet. I think this may be the week where we're going to utilize Prochet a little bit more, especially in the red zone if we can get down there. He's got the best hands on the team. I think this is the week where either Prochet gets his first touchdown or we might get Bateman involved, and depending on how he plays, he's going to get his first touchdown right off the bat. So yeah, 2 touchdowns for Hollywood, 1 touchdown for Mark Andrews, and 1 touchdown going to either Prochet or Bateman. We'll see how that goes for the most part. So yeah, 4 touchdowns in total for Lamar. The last touchdown will be a rushing touchdown, either going to go to Tyson Williams or Latavius Murray. You make your pick there. And yeah, Tucker's going to hit the game-winning field goal. Justin Herbert's going to have a couple touchdown passes too. I think Eckler's going to be able to still do what he's doing against our Ravens defense. So he's going to show up. He's probably going to have 1 or 2 touchdowns. And yeah, it's going to come down to the wire. And the Ravens have played all these type of games, so they're prepared. Lamar will get us in field goal range. Tucker will hit the field goal. We win 38-35. We'll move to 5-1. So yeah, that being said, that was my recap. Wow. Sorry guys, I am not here again. A lot of stuff's happened the last couple of days. It's just, I don't want to talk about it. It's just, that was my preview for this game. Hopefully the Ravens can get the job done. They get the win at home, move to 5-1, and then we prepare for Cincinnati. Because if we can get to 6-1, we will head into the bye week at 6-1, and we will be perfectly ready and prepared to handle whatever the hell we got to handle in the second half. Which, by the way, if you want to know, 4 games. 2 against Cleveland, 2 against Pittsburgh. You got the Rams. You've got the Packers. These are all dangerous. Obviously, you got the, the Dolphins, and then, like, the Vikings, if you want to know about that. And some other team that I'm not remembering right now. But yeah, the real threats is Cleveland twice, Pittsburgh twice, the Rams and the Packers. So the second half schedule is dangerous. Let's get this win, go to 5-1, prepare. Oh, the last one should be Cincinnati then. All right, let's get this win, go to 5-1, and prepare for Cincinnati next week, and hopefully we can get that done and go into our bye week 6-1. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, that is all I got. Appreciate your time, guys, and I'm out of here, man. Peace. Go Ravens. Let's get this W.